Hey y'all, welcome back to Life at Yaya's. Thank you all so much for joining me on another video. I appreciate y'all so much. As you can see, we are getting ready for the holidays and we are going to deep clean this kitchen, and I'm gonna spend some time with my girls and we are going to celebrate our favorite veteran, my son. Sit back and enjoy or clean with me. Y'all see Miss Daisy. I told you all she thinks she's 150 pounds. So there's dogs on both sides of us and they just go back the whole time that they're outside and I just let her go. It's cute to watch the interaction between them. But I just want to say welcome back. I appreciate you all clicking on this video. We are going to go ahead and get this kitchen deep clean before Thanksgiving, which is next week. I've been trying to get this video out for a couple weeks, but life gets in the way and you just have to pivot and do what you can. So we are finally here. I'm going to take the racks out. I do have a hack that I grew up doing. Maybe some of you have did it. I'm not sure, but this is just how we cleaned our racks, our oven racks. When I was growing up, I took everything out the refrigerator. Something spilled, and I noticed that when I took the second rack out, that something brown. So I believe it was either honey or syrup. I'm not sure. But we're going to go ahead and get that clean. Stop by Hobby Lobby. I took a little break from cleaning to spend some time with our girls. Our son is in training, so you won't see him in this video, but maybe in the next. But sit back, enjoy. I hope you enjoy this longer video. And again, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. just used on power wash, and after that I'll just spray like a little bit, either Clorox, or you'll see today I'm using Fantastic. I'll usually let that dry either overnight or all day. I know some people use the oven cleaner, and I've seen people put them in a bag and let them let the grease dissolve. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of leery about doing that. How do you clean your grates off your stove? Or I want to ask, are you team flat top or are you team grates? I'm just curious. When we go on vacation, they typically have the glass flat tops. I can't stand it. It doesn't seem like I can regulate the temperature. So let me know in the comments below. But here, you see these strips. A lot of us have the space between our countertop and our stove. I found these off of Amazon. I had actually seen these one night, couldn't sleep, watching an infomercial, and they came up. I'm like, wow, that's an amazing idea to come up with something so inexpensive to keep the gunk and the grease and the crumbs from sliding down between your oven and your countertop. Again, got them off Amazon. I want to say they were under $20. But here, I'm just going to finish cleaning these, and then I'm going to sweep the floor. I did have to step away. I went showered. You guys seen I was at the gym earlier. It felt so good to be back. I was away from it for quite some time, and I'll get into that later on in the video. But I went, swept the floor. As I was sweeping, Daisy was barking her head off. Of course, it was a deer. But I did want to show you all how I clean our dishwasher once every 6 months. Now, this cleaner is a bit harsh, so typically weekly, bi-weekly, I'll use the vinegar with water and clean our dishwasher that way. But when I want to do a very deep clean, and this isn't sponsored, I'll use this, that cleaner that I had just showed you all. You can get it from your local grocery store. I think I found this one at Home Depot, Walmart. Everyone sells it. So I'll clean with that. Now, what I do, and this is just your personal preference, I'll run that with the cleaner, and then I'll go and I'll run the dishwasher again on very hot water. So it's 2 cycles, one with the cleaner and one without. And then I'll just let it dry for a day or so. That is how I do it. But again, I had to step away. I went shower and I had to go to an appointment. But we're going to come back the next day and we're going to finish up this kitchen. So the refrigerator is all clean, and this is just a note to myself and to you. Pull your drawers out once a month, whenever you have time. I know everyone's busy, and life has just been a lot lately. So just pull your drawers out, and you may just have something spilled hiding under a shelf, but everything is clean. It wasn't horrible, just for that spot that was underneath the bottom shelf. So that is all clean. I did do the shelves off camera. Then I went, showered, and went to the store with the girls. So I will go ahead and show you our time away. Then I'm going to come back and we're going to get the oven cleaned. Film much this day in Hobby Lobby. It was extremely crowded. They were having their 50, like they normally do, they're 40 to 50% off, but it was on their Christmas items. So their trees were 50% off, and they were going so fast. People were buying 4 and 5 trees at one time. But this display, I could not pass it up. This brought me back to when I was a young girl and just growing up in my grandma's house, and just all the colors and just everything. And then we found this cute little, I believe it was a candy dish. This was the cutest thing. I think it was like $14. We didn't get it, but I think I may go back to get it. But again, I didn't film much because it was crowded. But this display, this is Christmas to me. So we're going to head over to the Dollar General Market. It was couponing Saturday. They typically do couponing once a month where they get, household essentials. This day they picked up toilet paper, paper towels, the laundry pods, and I want to say dish soap. Everything originally came to about $30. They got it for $12.50. That was a steal. And ask me if I have downloaded the app yet. No, I haven't. So we're going to finish up here. And I didn't get much, but I'll show you all what I got when we get back to the house. We're going to finish and then go grab something to eat. And then I'm going to go back home and start cleaning again. So after we went to Hobby Lobby and Dollar General, we wanted to stop by this hibachi place and get something to eat. And I just wanted to point out, if you're a young adult, or if you have parents, if you don't have parents, if you just have someone in your life that you cherish, definitely don't think that the small stuff doesn't matter, like picking them up to go and just spend the day with them, or paying for a meal. And that's what our oldest daughter had did for myself and my youngest daughter. We absolutely had a great time, and that was just a pleasant surprise. So definitely don't think that those things don't matter, because they do. It really made my heart smile. discovered about a year ago using the Dawn Power Wash and an SOS pad. I typically just use the SOS pad, but you can tell they are pretty bad. They've been neglected for about a couple months. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to spray a little bit of the Dawn Power Wash, and then we're going to go in with the SOS pad, and you'll see it comes out really well. So I'll show you guys the after. I usually do this in the sink, but I wanted to give you guys a close-up, and I tried to show you all what it looked like before and then what it looked like after. So what you do, you're going to have to definitely use a little bit of muscle if yours look as bad as mine, or if they're worse, you're just going to maybe have to spray the Dawn Power Wash, let it sit for a few minutes, and then go in with the SOS pad. Then I just used the microfiber cloth and just wiped it clean. Of course, once I got done, I gave them all a really good rinse. And then I'll show you all how it looks. So I wanted to show you all in real time. So this is what I had already worked on. This is just the power wash and the SOS pad. You sprayed the power wash on, you wet your SOS pad just a little bit, not a lot, and then you just scrub. So this is this is after I had scrubbed, and I'm going to show you all in real time how it works. But again, I usually do this in the sink, but I wanted to show you, how well it works. Now, growing up, obviously, we didn't have the Dawn Power Wash. We just used the SOS pad, and that works good too. But I believe using both, it cuts down your time. This took me maybe 10 minutes to do, and that's from scrubbing and rinsing, and I just let them sit on the counter and dry overnight. But here you are in real time. It works perfect. So if you try this, please leave me a comment below. Now that the oven, refrigerator, microwave, and dishwasher are all clean, we're going to go ahead and lastly do these cabinets. My youngest daughter was in the area, and I asked her, I was like, can you please help me? And she was like, of course. So I just, showed her what I needed done. And that Murphy oil soap, you just need a little bit. A little bit goes a long way, and it smells amazing. So she definitely got to work. I appreciate her so much for just stepping in and helping me, because this would have probably been a 4-day project, because I think after doing the oven, I was done. And so I definitely appreciate her just helping me out with these cabinets. And so as you can see, she's going to spend a little bit of time over here in the oven area. She did use a little bit of Dawn Power Wash on these cabinets. She did say it was a little bit greasier than the other one, so I do need to stay on top of that a little bit more. I typically wipe them down maybe once a week, but I cook pretty much every day, so I may have to wipe them down a few times during the week. But she did do a really good job getting these really clean. Again, the Murphy oil soap goes a long way. This is, again, something that I grew up using, and she just kept saying, Mommy, this stuff smells amazing. And it does. It leaves your kitchen smelling so good. I've never used anything other than the Murphy oil soap. I think I did use the Method wood cleaner in here, but it just doesn't cut the grease like the Murphy oil soap does. So if you are wanting to find something that is going to cut the grease, I would definitely suggest using that. But we're going to go ahead and get these cabinets clean. And we are nearing the end of the video. And I just want to say thank you all so much for just hanging in there with me. I know this is one of my longer videos, but I appreciate you all so much. I'm going to put this kitchen back together. I'm so appreciative again that she came over to help me with the cabinets. I showed you that cutting board from Grove Collaborative. I got it free for spending $50. I do have a monthly subscription that I buy with my own money, so this isn't sponsored. But if you do want to use more sustainable products, definitely check them out. So I'm going to, again, get this kitchen together, but I wanted to say happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans. Thank you so much for all that you do. I wanted to share our favorite veteran, our son. Thank you all again for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.